Hello. Welcome to the Stronghold Podcast. In an elevator. So, it's not just going to be me, I promise. We're going to have two guests today. I know, but it's rare. I don't know what floor we're going to right now, but we're going to pick up our first guest. I don't know who it is. Well, I know who it is, but I don't know which of the two of them it's going to be. Here they are now. It's Sean. Hi, Sean.
It's me. Hello, me.
Welcome.
There we go.
So, Sean's here. Say hello, Sean.
Hello, Sean.
Nice. Next,
Hello,
we're
Mrs.
picking up
Allender.
our, hi, Mrs. Allender. Thanks for tuning into the last episode, too, apparently. Here we have our second guest. It's Toby. Say hi, Toby.
Hi, I'm your very special guest star, Toby.
Well, less special because there's two of you.
Still pretty special.
Not special as me.
Yeah, I guess. So, we're three guys in an elevator. How about that? Anyways, Toby wants to talk about something.
Sure. Recently, the three of us went to a movie theater called AMC, which was south of the Ohio River, located in Covington. And we saw a particular film
Newport.
there.
It's in Newport.
Isn't Newport and Covington like the same thing?
No. Covington's scary.
Isn't Covington... Okay.
Newport's also scary.
Not
Kentucky's
not
scary.
relevant.
I'm looking
Anyway.
at you, Mike.
We saw a new film titled The Batman.
Very creative.
Yes, similar to films such as Ambulance, Dog, and Pig, telling you exactly what they are about with the title of the film.
And an animal. Except for the ambulance one.
Yeah, we thought it was good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty
It
great.
was a pretty good movie.
End of discussion.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
pretty
don't
much
know
all
if
I had to
that's the
say
end
about
of the
it.
discussion.
Well, that's all I had to say about it. I liked it.
Here's the thing. After we watched this new movie, The Batman, we proceeded to watch another Batman movie at home titled The Dark Knight, which I think is a lot better.
But is a much more deceiving title. Because
Yeah.
you might think,
No.
oh, it's about a knight who wears all black. But no,
Yes.
it's about a guy
Which
who
is-
dresses up as a bat. That's
Yeah.
weird. I enjoy The Dark Knight. I think it might be the perfect movie.
It's pretty.
Yes.
It's pretty up there.
At least the
It's
perfect
great.
superhero movie.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure that. Is it my favorite superhero movie? No. But that's a rant for another time.
I can automatically say, because we all agree The Dark Knight is the best, that The Batman is bad, because I can just compare it to The Dark Knight, which is better.
In a world where two options exist, and only two options exist, then yes, that makes the Batman automatically bad.
But that is obviously the world we live in which there are only two options of films you can watch, The Batman or The Dark Knight. Welcome to reality. The Dark Knight, good movie. The Batman, still a good movie, but
Yeah,
less so
pretty
than
good.
The Dark Knight when compared directly.
it's
think
not
it's
a waste
really-
of time. Not a waste of time.
That.
I think it's
As long as
interesting
it's still
that the
recording
two
on that.
movies handle kind of a similar subject matter of like a villain dealing with corruption in the city.
Yeah.
I thought it was very interesting.
I would
how
say
they-
the Batman felt thematically and aesthetically a lot like a combination of Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I can
think
see
that's fair
that
to say.
because there is an element of an origin story to it.
Yeah.
Right.
However, we don't see Joe Chill. Joe Chill, the guy who kills Bruce Wayne's parents.
Oh yeah.
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 Yep, his name's Joe Chill.
Well, that's not
Wait.
that big a spoiler.
No,
Like,
but
once
you
he
don't
has
see
an actual
him.
name.
Yeah.
What?
I thought it was the Joker who killed him.
No.
No, it's just a guy.
It's just
At least in the
dude.
1989 Batman, I thought.
Huh?
Isn't
Oh,
that-
wait,
isn't
maybe.
it the Joker in the
Yeah, but they
1989
change it in
Batman?
every movie.
Yeah, you're right.
Most
yeah.
of the time, Batman's
one?
parents, Batman's mom isn't in Arkham. See, I like thrillers. That's
Thrillers
why I
are
like
great.
the Batman.
Actually, yeah. So also, I really appreciate how this. The Batman in general is one of my favorite superheroes because he is inherently a detective like character. So the movies are going to be more detective-y, thriller-y kind of things.
Yeah.
So like
Much more entertaining. than,
yeah, yeah.
Superman.
Superman was a fun movie, the really classic one, but it's not the same level as me.
I feel like I need to rewatch The Man of Steel.
Was it good?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's not the best, but it's significantly better than Batman vs Superman, and it's significantly better than, well, I haven't seen Justice League, but
That's not saying much.
everything I've heard Well, significantly makes it saying much.
Okay.
Also, I'm not saying much because I didn't say the word much.
Well, that changed because you just said much.
Hey,
No, tell me-
shut up. Yeah, let's
Alright.
switch it up.
I went to the top, floor 3.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time I got stuck in an elevator?
No.
You did
So
not.
I got stuck in an elevator one time. So anyways, what did you guys do yesterday?
What did we do yesterday?
Yeah,
Oh, did I tell
We
you?
watched the Batman.
but like
Together.
before that,
I slept.
Woke up.
There's
and
no
you're
way.
like, hey, we gotta go. Gotta go see the Batman. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
I remember that.
Yeah. I was asleep basically.
Yeah,
I was driving until 2 a.m. So my Friday
Wait,
was
what?
I was up from about 6:30 for morning prayer,
Mhm.
and then I had school, and then after class I was putting flyers up around campus for the amateur radio club, which was a lot of fun. I got to go explore campus a bit, and that was my Friday. Then I went to Annunciation for Annunciation High School.
hey Sean,
Huh?
can you scoot it all more that way?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna still be in frame, but
Hope
it's just
so.
I need my legs.
And then
Oh no!
after Annunciation, I went to the Limes, drove Ryan, Neil, Jans, and Mike to the Limes concert. A lot of fun. Always love seeing the Limes. Super great.
The Street Limes are a band that was started by our friend Carl.
He's awesome.
We've talked about having him on the podcast many times. Have we done it yet? Absolutely not. That's because I'm lazy and bad at inviting people on this.
Yeah, you really are. Limes concert, super fun. Had a blast. The other couple people were kind of confusing on how to order food, but that's not important right now.
Dub Pub?
Yeah, I'm
I don't
not.
think it's that bad.
I'm not good at ordering food at strange places, and so that
Places
ended about
aren't
midnight.
Chick-fil-A?
Huh?
Places that aren't Chick-fil-A or other such fast food restaurants?
Or like you sit down at like a table and there's not like a concert going on, or you have friends at 10 places. That ended about midnight. And then we went to Bill's Donuts in Dayton, great place. I gotta go to Bill's if you're ever in the area.
$1 donuts.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
still in frame, by the way.
Ah, nice.
$1 donuts. Good.
And they taste really good.
Confirmed.
So that was a blast. We left there about, I'll say, 1 or so. And got back to the house around 2. Went to bed at 2:30. And then I had to get up the next day at a reasonably late time, but it still was annoying.
It was 12.
Yeah.
It was noon. I woke him up at noon. On my Friday night, I went to bed at, what time, 11? While watching Shawshank Redemption. I came in a half hour late and fell asleep maybe an hour in.
Yep, and I didn't
It
wake
was
him
great.
up because it was
And
funny.
I woke up the next morning at 3 a.m. on the couch and went to bed. And I still got up before Sean.
And then the next day, we watched The Dark Knight.
and I
he
fell asleep
again.
2 hours in.
And I
On the
once
same
again-
couch. Once again,
I
they didn't
chose-
wake me up.
Yeah, I did not.
Why would I?
Yeah. But then I woke up the next morning at 5 and went to bed again. We're just gonna. Yeah. All right. Cool. Oh. All right. Share.
I have a pretty cool story of hopping a train across the Ohio River.
That sounds illegal. I should not be recorded.
That
Well,
sounds
I mean, you're not
fun. It
entirely
should be
wrong.
recorded.
I mean, this is just what I heard from a friend.
Yes.
This said friend who let's call this friend Toby.
Oh. Okay.
That's a good name.
It's an all right name.
Several other people and this person who for some reason bears a name strikingly resembling my own.
By being
Okay,
the
we're
same
going to
name.
2 now.
Read my mind.
With the one on floor 2. Anyway, there's another abandoned line with like a bridge over it, and like big doors that closed that was abandoned, had a bunch of graffiti on it. So we were climbing on that. It was pretty cool. Brendan, that's the same. You hit the same floor. A train came, but it was going the wrong way. It was going north instead of south, and it was
I
blocking.
don't know. North is a pretty great direction.
Yeah, but not if you want to cross the Ohio River.
Well, unless you're crossing it from Kentucky.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a good.
The
that's a good
tracks
point.
where my friend Toby was at were not in Kentucky. They were in fact on the Ohio side.
Well, that's Toby's fault. Toby's dumb for not.
It was not you.
Thank you for your feedback. I'll tell him.
Yeah, you should tell him.
Anyway,
Did he go to Walnut Hills?
Ew.
I can neither confirm nor deny
think
whether
you
or not
did.
my friend
I
Toby.
didn't.
Which
should
Walnut
to-
Hills, gross.
Yeah, it's not great. Good.
Stop interrupting my story.
No.
Tell your story better.
Anyway, this train was moving and blocking the other southbound rail line because it was like two parallel lines and one was going north and we were on the wrong side. But you're like, okay. And then a train came going the right way, southbound,
Ew.
and we couldn't get to it because there was another train going
What?
north that was in the way. And
Okay,
Brendan's
okay.
now dying because of the way I'm talking.
No, Toby's just taking so long to tell this story.
It's got a lot of moving parts, such as trains.
It's got one moving part.
Well, you
Did
keep
you get on the
interrupting.
train or not?
Well, you'll find out if you keep listening.
I don't want to keep listening.
We're in a predicament now. We can't get to the train going the right direction because there's about like a 1 foot gap between the two trains, and we can't really hop between them. So that sucks. So both these trains now leave.
You
Now,
heard
at
it
this
here
point-
first, folks. So that sucks. It's gonna be the name of this
But
episode.
wait, there's more.
Oh
So
my gosh.
we went back to exploring this bridge, and we look over, and we see some smoke coming from this highway overpass. We were like, that's funny. We saw a homeless man over there with a barrel fire, but that looks like a lot more fire and smoke than before.
What?
It's just,
Where is this story going?
I don't know.
It's all,
So
this is
are
just
you?
what
Sorry,
happened.
sorry. I'm.
Where are we at?
I totally zoned you out for a second. Are you on the train?
No. This is while we're waiting for a train.
So you see a homeless man catch himself on fire,
No, he didn't catch us. We saw him start a barrel fire earlier.
and then
we
it caught
look-
something else on fire.
Yeah, so we look over and we see a bunch of smoke. So we're like, let's go check it out and talk to this homeless guy.
Oh my gosh.
And then, so we walk over there. The homeless guy is gone. There is now a railroad tie, just like a big wood block that is on fire. Like he had apparently like lifted it up, caught it on fire as the barrel fire, and just like sit it down and ran away. And there's like couches
All right, this story
over
just
here.
got really interesting.
There's couches over here that they're about to catch on fire, and we're like, we're gonna call the fire department and let them know that there's a fire here. So we called the fire department, told them that we were driving by and saw a fire, and that we parked and we're now standing by it. And so the fire department
That tracks.
comes, they put it out, and the guy starts asking us questions like, how'd you see this happen? Why were you here? And so we explained that we drove by and saw a homeless guy starting a barrel fire, and we drove by again at another time and saw the railroad tie and couches catching on fire, and pulled over and called the fire department. And he didn't think that was suspicious at all, which was great. And we struck up a friendly conversation, found out that this is apparently a fairly common occurrence. Yeah, let's head up to 3. The fire department left. We still hadn't caught a train. And at this point, one of our guys realized that he had to go to work tomorrow. So this was about 11 p.m. We decided to take him back to the stronghold. And
I'm sorry,
leave him
we?
there. Yeah, I'm speaking from. If I had been there, then I would be using we. We get back. There's 3 of us, and we're just chilling in a car,
I'm just chilling.
waiting for a train to pull by. There's nothing, and a car pulls up behind us, and the driver opens their door. They don't get out. They just open their door. We're like, oh shoot. Is this a drop?
Oh no!
Did you guys get anything?
We decided not to get out of the car and go towards the door, and we in
So you
fact
guys-
drove away.
You guys were lame. But you could have gotten free drugs.
We could have, but we were already doing something illegal,
Yeah.
and we didn't want to
Double
do
jeopardy,
something else
we're fine.
illegal. Double jeopardy is you can't get tried for the same crime twice.
Yeah, so you would be fine.
Yeah, but these are 2 separate crimes.
But they're together, so
Yeah,
they're the
same
crime.
same night.
you know what? You don't understand legal things, and we're just going to move on. So we drove around the block.
I took a law class in 8th grade.
So now we're parked at a different spot where we can see, like, the train signals. And at this point we decide, okay, if we don't see a train before 1 a.m., we're going home. So it's 12:45. We're sitting there. We see one of the signals change to green. And at this point, we're on the right side of the tracks so that a train could not block us, which is good. Because, like, right at 1 p.m., a train starts, the wrong side train starts rolling up from the south. We're like, dang it. But we're like, the last time a train rolled up from the south, another train was coming down from the north. So we get out of the car, we look over, and sure enough, there's a southbound train headed towards Kentucky. We're like, oh shoot, this is it.
This is our chance.
So we run up beside the train. We hop on. We all get like the same car area. We're like, this is absolutely incredible. This train's not moving more than like 10 miles per hour, so it's very safe speed for hopping on. And we're just chilling, having a great time.
In Cedar Rapids?
We're just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
No, we're just chilling on a train crossing the Ohio River.
Ew.
And so it takes about 20 minutes to get over to the Kentucky side. We got some nice pictures of the skyline. We hop off. We're like, oh shoot, that was awesome. How are we getting back? Other guy says, no problem. I'll call my brother. He's probably staying up late playing League of Legends anyway.
League of Legends.
League of Legends. We call him, and he says, yeah, I can come get you guys. And we're like,
was he not mid-game?
He was mid-game, but then he like left after the game.
Okay. So he did the right thing and finished up the game.
Yeah, he got to finish the game.
He is a true gamer.
This is when some questionable things started happening. So the guy whose brother he called said, hey, why don't we just start running? And I was like, why would we do that? But also, sure. So we start running north towards the river, and there's like cops with their sirens on, just like their lights on, just like parked. And I was like, maybe we shouldn't be running. And this guy was like, no, let's keep running. So we keep running past them. I don't know.
Okay.
It worked. I wasn't wearing running clothes, so I felt really conspicuous. But what apparently cops at 1 a.m. that are just sitting there with their lights on don't care.
That sounds about reasonable.
We keep running, and the guy's like, hey, what if we run across this bridge back across? I was like, okay. So we did, and we had the guy pick us up right by the Taste of Belgium downtown.
I haven't been there.
Yeah,
That's good Taste of Belgium.
Actually, no, I haven't. But I had food from there.
I've been
yeah, very expensive, but pretty good. Anyway, he picked us up.
Tastes good.
Took us back to the car. We drove home after having an incredible experience. Of course, you have to realize that when I'm saying we, I'm referring to what my friend Toby told me.
Yeah.
I'm recounting what he said.
Wow. What an incredibly long and drawn-out story that could have been done in roughly half the time.
Calling the fire department about a homeless man's fire. Having a car pull up behind us to give us weed, probably.
It's the in-between parts.
Yeah.
Sure.
There was a little too much detail.
You had to understand how we got to different locations.
And of course, when you say we, you're referring to your friend Toby.
So the problem with that was you were describing how you got there, and I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I didn't really
That's
care.
your fault for not paying attention.
No. It's your fault for telling a boring story.
Well, screw you.
Cool. So let's continue to critique Toby's story. So
if we're comparing it to the Batman movie, probably the writing isn't quite on the same level.
Because the dialogue was just so poorly delivered. I didn't feel like there was any emotion behind it.
In fact, not a professional writer.
I really couldn't connect with Toby's friend.
Yeah, I think that Toby's friend character just was super underdeveloped. Also, especially his brother. Mm-hmm. His brother is just like, I think we need to know more about that relationship.
Well, I think the main problem with the brother is that he plays League of Legends.
As someone who's interacted with Toby's friend's brother, he is very good at League of Legends. So, respect where respect is due.
You mean Toby's friend, Toby's brother.
Yeah, that's what
Yes, yeah. Toby's friend's Toby.
Toby 2, if you will.
Or Toby 1.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's Toby.
Wow.
That's the prime.
Really?
That's the prime Toby.
You haven't even met this guy.
That's the ideal
Toby.
Toby.
Think he's going to be better than
all we know is that this Toby has all the cool stuff and none of the flaws.
Yeah, exactly. He's not in CS as far as we know, which is a huge flaw. Looking at you, CS majors.
You.
Personally,
slightly better than
CS
civil.
majors, I think you're pretty cool. And you're probably going to make a lot of money.
You're slightly better than
But
civil engineers.
Is money everything?
Yeah, at least we're not civil engineers.
Yeah. I'm glad to not be an engineer at all. Here's a fun story. I out-engineered Sean today.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
No. I 100% did.
You tell it first.
So, a while back, a friend of mine came to me. I can't remember which friend, but they came to me with the premise that from Cincinnati, Ohio, what is the shortest route to Japan? The shortest route, clearly, is going to the west, going over the U.S.
Clarify, northwest.
Yeah, northwest, using the curvature of the Earth, because
Up
we all
through
know
Alaska.
the Earth is dinosaur-shaped, and we are on the head of the dinosaur, Japan being on the neck.
Yeah.
You go over the ear and land in Japan.
Ear.
The ear of the dinosaur.
Dinosaurs don't have ears.
From the nose, whoop, back here to Japan.
Yeah.
So, obviously, the shortest route is to the west, over California and Alaska. Bam, you end up in Japan. This friend was trying to convince me that actually it's faster to go to the northeast over the Atlantic Ocean, Europe, and Asia to get to Japan. So then I bring this up to Sean on what is the fastest route, which is a different question than the shortest route.
Yeah, that's a crucial difference.
Because you're factoring in now wind speeds, well,
The
jet stream, and gas.
I don't know.
You make it sound like those things just don't exist or are negligible. when
Well,
they're
my
very
physics teacher
clearly
told
not.
me that friction is negligible.
Exactly.
I did my physics.
Sean and Andrew, who you'll meet Andrew at some point, I'm sure. I
Andrew
don't know.
Smith, cool dude.
You've probably met him if you're watching this. So what happens if we press both buttons at the same time?
The door open
Does
and door
the-
closed button.
Does the elevator take a screenshot? Andrew and Sean both tried to convince me, again, that using wind speed and the jet stream and gas, the fastest, most efficient route.
These are air quotes for all your audio listeners.
So they tried to convince me that the fastest route would, again, be going to the northeast. But we used Google Earth, and I was right again, because I'm never wrong. I thought I was wrong once, but I was wrong.
Pretty sure what
Here's
says
the
that
problem
was
with
the
the
point.
with the question: the fastest way to get to Japan. See, the shortest way, shortest distance to Japan, as the crow flies, is going to make is to the northwest. Like that's just a fact of what it is.
6,000 miles.
Yeah, about that. Trouble is,
When you try to go to the northeast, you need to factor in and take the angular water around jet stream. Because jet stream does not go like north, south, and west. It has a certain plane that goes in.
I regret bringing this up again. Anyways, so the point is, I'm right.
hey,
because
how close is Japan? How close is Japan to Hawaii?
probably really, really close.
Cincinnati. Hawaii is.
We've got a computer
Hawaii
this
is
time.
east of Midway.
Uh,
Midway is supposed to be like
Midway, yeah.
midway between the
Supposedly,
U.S. and
supposedly.
Japan.
I think it's a hoax.
Oh, yeah, that's way closer.
So they could definitely make that. They could definitely make that flight.
Yeah. I mean, because that'd be...
Oh, actually,
So you fly to Honolulu.
what is the difference? The average distance capability of kamikaze?
So,
We're back
we're back.
after those technical difficulties.
Why are we saying we're back?
Technical. Well, what should we talk about next?
I
You
can't
guys
think
want
of
to play
any
Would
good
You
stories.
Rather?
No, I don't want to play that
Why not?
because I would rather not play that. That's,
We can talk about more interesting things like.
Think of an interesting thing. Please. Please, give us something
I have an
interesting.
interesting thing I talk about for way too long.
Please don't say
I
it
want to
right
talk
now.
about the Batman again because I want to compare the Riddler and the Joker.
They're two different villains.
Yeah.
But they accomplish very similar things. They're killing people like on a daily basis, and they're trying to get the public to do something.
That's a good point.
Yeah. But, I mean, what does any Batman villain do? What does the Scarecrow do? He's trying to kill people and get the public to do
Yeah, but he
something.
doesn't have like an ultimatum. It's not
Mhm.
like there's like a
Yeah.
very similar dynamic with like Riddler and. But like it's interesting because
Bane also has the same general plot
true.
of trying to
Yeah.
kill people and then get the public to do something.
Riddler's like, I want to bring into the light corruption, and the Joker's like, I want there to be more corruption. And I want
Well,
there
the
to be
Joker's
anarchy.
more like the Joker's overarching purpose in life is just to play with the Batman.
He
Yeah,
does say
that's
that at the
fair.
end of the movie.
Yeah.
He says a lot of things that are just to manipulate people, and not so much
Like,
an
he
indicator
definitely-
of what he is.
He was certainly
as
an
a
agent of
character.
chaos.
Here's my problem with the Riddler. He's like, I want to fight corruption, and I want to expose all these people that I hate. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That's a character motivation. And then he's like, now I want to flood the entire city. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that?
To bring about a real change.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not sure why you had to deal with the corruption part first. You just start with flooding the city, I guess, but...
The reason that he can't just start with flooding the city is because then if the mayor, the current corrupt mayor, deals with it really well, he
true.
looks like a really good guy.
Good point.
But if he's dead, guess what he can't do? Deal with it real good. Also, if you guys notice, the DA is dead. What is Harvey Dent? The DA.
Yeah. It's
So they
very
have
similar.
set
It's
up
like all the
Two-Face.
same people. It's like the mayor, the DA, Gordon, all like the same targets. It's kind of interesting.
Gordon's not...
But for the exact opposite reason, Joker is targeting people who are not corrupt, and Riddler is targeting people who are corrupt.
Yes,
Which I think
because
is
they
very
have different
interesting.
motivations.
Exactly.
Actually, it's
So
interesting.
to
So the
compare.
Riddler kind of sees himself as like an agent of vengeance,
Right.
which what a Batman calls himself.
Exactly. And so like all his agents are like.
So
I am
the movie,
vengeance.
I think the movie's kind of trying to play with the idea that the Batman and Riddler are kind of the same concept applied different
Sure.
ways.
Two sides of the same coin, if you will.
Ah.
Much like Harvey Dent,
Full circle, which is the shape of a coin.
which is also the shape of a coin. Much
Yeah.
like
If you
Harvey
think about
Dent.
it.
So the Batman was good. This is what we're trying to
Yeah.
get at.
Catwoman was really well.
Yeah, that was much better than the Batman Dark Knight Rises.
I haven't
I mean-
seen the Dark Knight Rises.
You've never seen
Wait,
The Dark Knight
not the
Rises?
Dark Knight. What's the one with the Batman? Is it Batman and Robin or Batman Returns?
Oh,
or
the
something?
super duper old one with...
Why would you
With
watch-
Catwoman. The
What-
other
what's her
one
name?
with Catwoman.
What's your name?
That's
no.
Oh wait, yeah, the Dark Knight Rises also has Catwoman.
Has
yeah.
Anne Hathaway as Catwoman,
That's a pretty good
who's
Catwoman.
really hot.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Which is a
Super
key
hot.
component of that character.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
80% of her character is just
I'm hot.
10% rob people, 10% be in love with Batman. And that's her character.
Yeah, but that's like
Summarize.
all the main points.
I think I would increase the level of raw people and in exchange for a bit of the hot part.
75%.
And that's how you
hot,
get. That's
Yeah.
That's called
15 rob people. Maybe like 7% be in love with Batman and 3% be a good guy.
Yeah, I think that works.
I think, okay, cool. So we've broken down the character of Catwoman in the most misogynistic way possible.
You heard it here first.
So now let's do the same with Harley Quinn.
What if they made what if they made a game where the concept was there's a third dimension? Think how that could be like.
That's what happened when when there was 2D Mario,
Yeah.
and then the Nintendo 64 came out, and then there was 3D Mario. That's what happened.
Now you're thinking with three-dimensional space.
Yes.
Mario 64.
It was a bad joke. I apologize.
Yeah, bad take, man. Come on.
It was not good.
So did I ever tell you guys about the first time Sam and I re-recorded when we got in the Forge?
No.
So it was after we were moving into the Forge.
Yeah.
And we took the door off of Toby's office to get his stupid ass desk in there.
It's too
Because his
big.
desk is huge.
It is really big.
sucks.
Just like
Don't?
my heart.
Okay.
I'm a
Um,
really caring person.
Sure. So anyways, we take the door off, and it's just sitting on the frame, and there's no, like, hinges on it. So Sam and I go in there, we put the door up, because, you know, we need to, like, block our sound off, which is not what we're doing here, because we're on an elevator. Sam and I are sitting in there, starting to record, and I go, oh wait, let me grab something. This is before we had video, but we really wish we had this on video. So we record a little test segment, stop it. I go to get up and get something, and I go to open the door like it's a normal door, but it just falls on me instead. And I just go, whoop, boom. Luckily I catch it, but we were like, this is why we need a video component to the podcast, so we can get when Brendan is dumb and opens a door on himself.
Which is why we now have.
Which is why we now have you,
Video
dear
component.
audience. Like, I want to get another coffee.
That latte stuff was good. You know what bugs me? People messing up.
You know what really grinds my gears?
People taking like the Inception, because the Inception is planting an idea,
and then they take it to mean the
like a nesting of.
It's not what Inception is. The Inception is the planning with the idea.
And
That was such an overhated movie for such a long time. I
Well,
feel like.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's.
I feel like it's been
I've only seen
overhyped.
it. I've only seen it once, but
looking back on it now, and having not seen it for a while, I'm wondering if it's actually as good. If it still holds up.
I think it's a good movie. I mean, it's a Nolan movie. And
True.
From all the Nolan movies I've seen, I don't think he can do wrong. I think he just makes good movies.
I don't know. I feel like Nolan is pretentious in his stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But when you can back up your pretentiousness with the product, I think you've earned that level of pretentiousness.
I think
Tenet.
Tenet is what Inception should have been.
Tenet might be my favorite movie of all time.
So my sister just posted an update.
What about your sister, Sean?
She posted a Fitbit update. She posted for the very first time. Check it out. Let's see what it says.
Let's talk about my favorite book and movie series, Harry Potter.
And why it's just sucky Star Wars.
I will agree that there are some superficial similarities to Star Wars.
Not even remotely superficial. Incredibly official. Wait, you haven't seen Men in Black?
I haven't gotten around to it.
I haven't seen Men in Black either.
What?
I don't want to.
Why not?
It's like gross.
It's not gross.
I've heard it's gross.
From who? Your parents?
Is it?
Is there like a scene where like a woman gives birth to an alien or something weird?
You
like
don't
that?
see anything. You just see the alien as slimy at the end.
So Death Proof, Tarantino film Death Proof. I've had several opportunities to watch it, and I just skip out on every single one, and I can't give a good reason for it.
I just have my own personal takes on Tarantino films.
Yeah, that's not important right now.
Well, I mean, we're talking about movies. Here's my offer to Mr. Tarantino, because I know you're going to watch this one day and go, I really want to hear this kid's opinion about my movies while he's sitting in an elevator with two of his friends.
Post Brendan's phone number.
Mr. Tarantino, an open letter to you. Why is there so much blood?
I can tell you why. Because he said it in interviews and stuff. He thinks it's cool, and so he does it. Yeah.
Mr. Tarantino, who hurt you? This is a safe space.
Call us.
An
Tell us
elevator.
your sob stories.
We've
got room.
You're allowed to. Yeah, we can definitely fit another person, maybe kind of over there.
Will they be in shot? Probably not.
No, most likely not. Mr. Tarantino, please, just have a movie that's all dialogue. I like Mr. Tarantino's dialogue direction because it's quick, it's snappy, it's fun. You get to see every facial movement. It's beautiful. It's so well done. And then you watch the action scenes, and they're directed the same way, and you have no clue what's going on by the end of it. That guy's head gets blown up. That guy's head gets blown up. That guy doesn't have a torso anymore. But I don't know who shot him. I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Just no torso.
Because there's just no torso.
Gone.
It's gone.
Just
It's
head,
gone.
just legs.
You know Django Unchained. The
Good movie, but
great movie.
Yeah.
Totally
I
fine.
haven't seen it.
Except for when the horse's head gets blown up by a effing 45.
I forgot about that.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You know that. I know that. When you shoot a
It's not a
horse,
plot point.
when you shoot a horse with a pistol, its head doesn't explode. Horses' heads don't blow up that easily. They're very large creatures.
Take it from us. You don't have to test that one for yourself.
Take it from me, professional horse head exploder. Yes, it's a real job. Don't look it up. There's not enough blood in the human body to produce as much blood as there is in the end of that movie.
If you think that is a really just damp ending,
It's incredibly damp
Yeah.
with blood.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
Hateful Eight, great movie, but wow, he just kicks up to 11 with that one. And in that regard,
Yeah,
Like
see,
there-
that makes me want to watch that movie less.
it's not just blood.
Inglourious Bastards, the same way. Why is there that much blood? There's not that much blood in all 7
It's
billion
really
people in the
quite
world.
excessive. Yeah,
So that's my open letter to Quentin Tarantino. Why is there so much blood?
I think it just gave him too much money. He's like, well, we gotta spend it somehow.
I gotta spend it somehow. Talk to people. Talk about your feelings. Because clearly there's something broken inside of you. Alright, I have 2 questions for you, Mr. Tarantino. Why is there so much blood? And why are there so many feet? I get it. Margot Robbie, very attractive. Why? Why her feet?
Have you seen Kill Bill? There's just a scene where it's like, okay, we'll see what else is on this list of movies I have
You know
not
what
seen.
we could talk about
Oh.
is my breakdown of the Marvel franchise.
Oh yeah, that's
here
a good.
we go.
No, that's a
We
that's-
brought that up with Chance the
And
other day.
here we
Go.
So, we did a breakdown the other day. I personally did a breakdown of the entire Marvel franchise based on plot type. I know what you're thinking. Wow, Brendan, that must have been a lot of work.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. There are three basic plot types: take over the world, destroy the world, and some form of personal goal.
And this is all from the hero's perspective.
All from the villain's perspective.
What?
Villain's
It's all the
perspective.
villain's goals.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
the
the
heroes generally don't want to take over
The
the
heroes
world or
really
destroy
want to
it.
just take over everything and destroy the world. Based on my personal, both objective and subjective viewpoints. Yes, you heard that right. My objective viewpoints, because I am the basis for everything. In
Heard it
total,
here first.
there are 27 Marvel films. We'll just do the film breakdown for now, because that's the really important one.
Yeah, that's essential.
Of those 27 films, 17 of them are good.
This is objective fact.
This is objective fact. You can't argue with me. Don't even try. I will prove you wrong. So you know what? Do argue with me. Because I just want to make you wrong.
Go
you
ahead.
will be wrong.
Comment.
We won't rate them.
I see you typing. I see you typing right now. You're going, ooh, but what about this movie? You're wrong. Unless it's one of the ones I said is good. In which case, you're right, and I'm not going to waste my time with
You're
you.
just a good guesser.
Yeah, you're just lucky. Ooh, but what about Black Widow? Entirely because of Taskmaster, bad movie.
Actually, you know what? The character design for Taskmaster was pretty cool.
But the character was bad.
Yeah.
Because Taskmaster, I don't care that it was a woman. I just care that they were mute and were used for about 20 minutes and then became a good guy at the end. Dumb. Taskmaster is a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah. Good point.
Think about that.
Shouldn't fight Black Widow.
They put Taskmaster in a Black Widow movie because they couldn't find anyone else.
There are definitely better villains for Black Widow. So, there are 8 total Take Over the World plots. Listed here. Thor. Captain America the First Avenger. The Avengers. Iron Man 3. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Thor Ragnarok. Black Widow. And Shang-Chi. 8 total movies. 6 of which are good. The 2 that aren't good, Iron Man 3 and Black Widow. 75%. That's a pretty good percentage for the Take Over the World plot. Good plot point. Next is the Destroy the World plot points. These are bad. Marvel, stop making these. They suck. Thor, The Dark World. Guardians of the Galaxy. Avengers Age of Ultron. Doctor Strange. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Captain Marvel. Avengers Endgame. And Eternals. 3 of those 8 movies are good.
Doctor Strange is so good. That's probably my favorite Marvel movie.
But here's the thing. It works especially well, even though it's a Destroy the World plot, because the character development. Very crucial to that movie. Also, Benedict Cabbage Patch, great actor. For a total 38% of good movies in Destroy the World. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oh, but Eternals had, whatever. Bad movie. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 had potential, but also I'm just trying to tear down this plot type as much as possible. Avengers Age of Ultron, I personally really like that movie.
It was good.
I don't like Avengers Age of Ultron as far as the Destroy the World plot goes. I like it for other reasons. Perfectly fine movie. I just put it as not, because it was like not well media received or whatever.
Yeah,
People
no,
didn't
that's
like
fair,
it for some
that's
reason. Personally, big fan. So finally, we have the personal goal movies. These are Marvel's best works. There are 11
Can't
total.
imagine why.
There are 11 total of these movies. 8 of them are good for a nice 73%. And they will be listed here. Iron Man. The Incredible Hulk.
Should I help him out?
Iron Man 2. Ant-Man. Captain America Civil War. Spider-Man Homecoming. Black Panther. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Avengers Infinity War. Spider-Man Far From Home. And Spider-Man No Way Home. Far From Home and No Way Home and Homecoming. Incredible. Probably the best trilogy Marvel has ever released.
Would you agree that Infinity War is better than Endgame?
It depends on what you want. If you want a good movie, yes. If you want a fun time, no.
Okay. That's fair.
To put it simply, I'm not going to elaborate.
So the main point is Marvel's strength isn't so much the save the world plot point as it is character development, and that's why the Avengers work so well, because you have all these characters, but you've had time with them to kind of understand where they're coming from, who they are, and then you can kind of see them all work together. And
Or not work together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
To achieve
Interpersonal conflicts
Yeah.
make for good plot points? Whoa. That's crazy. It's almost like every college writing course will tell you that.
And you can think of it this way: Infinity War, Endgame, are even more like personal development. You said that already, but like who is Thanos? Like we're getting to learn about him.
We get to learn more about who Thanos is as a character, and we learn that he has a lot of interesting personal goals. Because now I know what you may be thinking: isn't his goal in Avengers: Infinity War to destroy the world? No, it's a personal goal. Now, is his personal goal kill a bunch of people? Yes.
But
However,
the reason he wants to kill a bunch of people.
The reason he wants to kill a bunch of people is to save the world.
Not that it makes him morally correct.
Please don't kill a bunch of people to try and save the planet.
You heard it here first. Thanos was not right.
Don't pull an Attila the Hun.
What?
You know that Attila the Hun killed a bunch of people and like lowered the overall temperature of the Earth by like a lot of degrees. Yeah.
Attila the Hun.
He killed,
savior of global warming.
He killed millions of people in
I know that
like
part.
lower Asia, and because of that, the temperature of the Earth went down by like 3 degrees.
Is that what caused the Little Ice Age?
I don't think so.
Low-key, maybe.
I don't think that's correct.
I think the Little Ice Age was a bit later.
It might
No,
be.
actually,
What
no.
was
The Little Ice Age was because of a really bizarre solar minimum, which decreased the temperature of the sun, and so
the
decreased the
camera's
temperature of the
dead.
Earth. Oh, the bio still works though. So what were we talking about
Huh?
before Attila the Hun? Oh right, yeah. So I would argue that Guardians of the Galaxy should be bumped up because it had two main I really enjoyed, or not number one, number two. I really enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because we got a lot of time with Rocket and with Nebula to see how they grow, how they change. Like Rocket especially, that was it. That movie did him justice in a big way.
Yeah, I guess there is the whole part of him interacting with Yondu.
That's awesome. That was that's a
He's married
top
to Poppins,
Marvel
y'all.
scenes.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Elevator Podcast.
Woo!
A new iteration of the Stronghold Podcast.
And we're going to exit on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, I guess.
Up and
so
out.
We don't have any more video, so I'm going to mess around with this and try and do something.
That was a good movie. Really
Put
long
some
ago.
funny images up.
I'll put something goofy up. And
Actually, have you seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Not the the one with the guy.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
See,
like
that
the
movie
one
was interesting because it was much more faithful to the book.
That's the one I saw first.
And this is
Yeah,
my
me too.
stop.
But
Bye,
I still
Toby.
think Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was the better movie.
The first one?
Yeah, the one with the other guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, thanks for joining us. Toby's gone now.
Bye, Toby. Man, I hate that guy so much. He's awful.
Yeah, he's the worst. Now we wait for Sean to leave. All right, this is your stop.
Okay. You gonna trash talk me now?
Huh?
You gonna trash talk me now?
No,
Okay.
totally not. Anyways, bye, Sean. Man, Sean's just the worst. So, anyways, I will see you guys all later. I'm gonna probably record a post thing for this, sitting in my living room, and edit this a bunch. Bye. And hi. Obviously, I'm not in my living room recording this. I'm in my room. Sorry about the camera dying. That was a little rough, but definitely had a lot of fun editing this, learning how to edit, just experimenting with that a little bit. So there are just going to be some upcoming plans that are going to move things around a little bit. So get excited to see those. And yeah, thanks for watching. So that's pretty much it. Bye.